on our YouTube channel as well. A lot of folks are waiting for us there as well. We have started the session a little early. So just so for folks who have been waiting, they can join us. They can give their introductions on the chat. Let me just put this on full screen. Yes, we are live right now. Awesome. So folks, welcome. Very good evening to you folks. Good afternoon, good morning if you're joining, from countries outside India. So welcome everyone. I'm Rasha Khan and I'm the host for today's session. And I'm joining all the way from Bangalore, India. Would love to know where are you joining us from on the chat here. I see a lot of folks have already joined in early. We still have a lot of time before we start the session, but let's utilize this time. Let's interact with network a bit. So I'm just putting my introduction on the chat for kickstarting it. So my name is Rasha Khan. I've dropped my introduction on the chat. I'm joining all the way from Bangalore, India. And yeah, let's kick off this exciting journey together. What you can do is you can drop us a hello, let us know you're here, and put on your name, and also let us know where are you joining us from. Let's interact a bit, utilize this time before we start the session. Great. Similarly, for a lot of you folks who are watching us on our YouTube channel, you also can drop your introductions on the YouTube live chat box. So in a similar format, drop us your name and let us know where are you tuning in from. So, yeah, we'll be watching the YouTube live chat box as well closely. And also let's talk about the free career masterclass we'll be covering. A very interesting topic. There's always this, like confusion between email and social media, right? How different they are. Also, how similar ways they work in. So we'll be talking more about that. We'll be talking more about the future of email or social media marketing, and which marketing career path is right for you. So we'll be talking more into that, followed by the program review of the SPJ Digital Marketing Program. We'll be deep diving into the program, covering what exactly the program offers. So yeah, we have 5 more minutes to start the session, and I see the number of attendees is increasing as we are moving closer to the time here. So for folks who have just joined right now, you can drop in your introductions on the YouTube live chat box and the webinar chat box. We already have our expert here with us, whom I'll be introducing you to pretty soon when we start the session. So let's wait for the starting of the session. Let me just give some time for folks to join in. Thank you so much for joining in early, folks. For folks who have early tuned in, you can put your introductions on the chat box here. I see the number of attendees is increasing as we're moving closer to the time. We have 4 more minutes to start the session. I see Nikhil has introduced himself on the chat here, says he's a BBA fresher here. Where are you joining us from, Nikhil? I see Explore the Nature has left good evening on the YouTube live chat box as well. A lot of folks watching us there waiting for us to start the session. Folks who have just joined right now, we have just started the session. We are yet to start the session. We are just doing quick round of introductions on the chat here. So let me just quickly reintroduce myself here for folks who have just joined in. So my name is Rasha Khan and I'm joining all the way from Bangalore, India. Would love to know where are you joining us from. You can drop us a hello, let us know you're here on the chat, and just introduce yourself for your fellow peers here and also for us, letting us know your name and where are you tuning in from. We have a very interesting free career masterclass lined up for you. Email or social media, which marketing career path is right for you? A very interesting topic, followed by the SPGen digital marketing program. Will be deep diving into that, what exactly the program offers, what is the learning path looks like, and much more. We'll be covering much more. And yeah, we have a really good expert here with us who I will be introducing you to pretty soon, and who will be helping in in any way possible addressing your questions, helping you out in your career questions, and any questions about the webinar or the program as well. So we have. Let me just see the introductions here. I'm so sorry, folks. I was introducing the program. I see Saad has joined us from Delhi. Welcome, Saad. I see Hassan has joined us. Oh, okay. Sorry. Nikhil has joined us from Hassan. I'm so sorry. And I see Gurfan has joined us, and say social media. I think we already have gotten one side, social media. Here. Definitely interested in knowing that, I'm assuming. I see Manasudbi has BBA Digital Business, is a fresher. Where are you joining us from, Manasudbi? Would love to know. And we also have folks who have joined us on our YouTube live. Samuel here is joining from Nigeria here. So welcome everyone. Very good evening to you. I see Gurvan says that has joined us from Delhi. I see Sashi has joined us from Mumbai. So welcome once again. I see number of attendees is increasing as we're moving closer to the timing of the session. Let me also quickly just introduce myself once again on the chat, and also uh, welcome you folks here. We have few more minutes till we start the session. So once again, welcome everyone. And my name is Rasha Khan, and I'm going to be the host of the session today. And I'm joining all the way from Bangalore area. And yeah, I think a lot of you folks have already given the introductions. That's great. Would love to know where are other folks joining us from. So drop us a hello. Let us know you're here. Let's network a bit. Let's interact a bit before we start the session. Yeah. Awesome. Meanwhile, you're giving down your amazing introductions there in the chat. Let me quickly take you through the program and the webinar here, which is powered by Simplilearn. So introducing you to Simplilearn, world's #1 online bootcamp. We have been in the digital skills space for more than a decade now, and we are very proud that we have been in this space, and we have transformed life by empowering people via these digital skills. And the skill we'll be talking about today is the digital marketing skills. For folks who have joined us, I would really request to keep the conversation professional on the chat. So if any unprofessional conversation is happening, you will be kicked out of the session. So yeah, so I'm just giving you a little bit of warning here, removing the folks who are being unprofessional, and also quickly introducing you to the ground rules of the session here. In case you have any questions for our expert early here, so you can put down your questions in the Q&A box. So this is for folks who have joined us on Zoom. Webinar chat box is where you can see your amazing introductions coming in. And welcome everyone once again. And Q&A box is just beside the webinar chat box. If you've joined us from your laptop or desktop, if you've joined us from your mobile, you will see it on the top. So in the Q&A part to submit questions. Similarly, for folks who have joined us on our YouTube Live, you can put down your questions in the YouTube Live chat box, and I will make sure that I pass it on to the expert here to address your questions there as well. And in case you miss anything, we are recording the session as well, so you can expect a follow-up email with the recording link. And also, there is a webinar certificate for attending the webinar as well. For that, you'll have to stay till the end. So the session is 60 minutes long. And basically, once the session is about to end, I will be launching a poll, which will be capturing your full name. So I'll just show you quickly. So moving on towards the next slide, we'll be talking about the agenda of the session today. And the first and the most important agenda of the session today is about you, getting to know a little bit about you, how we can help you out in your career better. And the second agenda is the free career masterclass. We'll be doing a comparison between email or social media, which marketing career path is right for you. And we'll be talking more about that. What is the future of email and social media? And we'll be deep diving into that. Any questions you might have about it, feel free to put it in the Q&A box as mentioned. Followed by that, we'll be moving on towards the program review. We'll be discovering what this professional certification in digital marketing by SP Jain School of Global Management offers, and talking deep diving into the learning part of the program, what exactly the program offers, the SP Jain advantage, and what are the tools covered in the program, and much more. We'll be talking more about that. And yeah, how this program exactly gets you job ready. What are the offerings here? Followed by that, once you share your interest towards enrollment into the program, we'll be quickly taking you through the enrollment steps of the program, where we'll be linking you towards where you can download the syllabus. You can go and check out more details about the program, which also you will be receiving over mail as well. And yeah, after that, we have the last agenda, that is a Q&A. So the Q&A is secured towards the end in order to make sure that we addressed all of the questions we get throughout the session. And for that, you will have to make sure that you move your questions to the Q&A box. For folks who have just joined us, please don't worry. In case you have missed the ground rules, I'll share it on the chat once again. And I'll be there on the chat to help you out as well. So feel free. Yeah, moving on towards our speaker introduction here. So we have our expert Mehboob Ali here with us. A very good evening, Mehboob. Would like to quickly also introduce Mehboob here to you. He has over 16 years of experience in marketing and communication with a specialization in digital marketing. He has a proven record in managing brand launches and media planning, and he's currently serving as the marketing and communications manager for the Asia Pacific region at a leading multinational corporation. Shares expertise as a visiting faculty at colleges, universities, Mumbai, and teaching digital marketing and social media management. And he's also an expert in a lot of these programs with Simplilearn. I think the slide does not do justice, obviously, to your experience. So I'm pretty sure the folks here would love to know from you your introduction here. So welcome once again.
A very good evening, Rasha. Thanks a lot for this. Already covered most part of the introduction, and I mean I couldn't do better justice than what you did. And good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, from whichever location you are joining in, whatever time period you are at right now. This is Mehboob Ali here. We'll try to understand this very huge topic, but very interesting topic of digital marketing, and then the topic of email versus social media marketing. But before that, I just would like to give a brief about myself. Most part has already Rasha has covered. So, I just say that I've been lucky that I have joined this train of digital marketing pretty early than what people have started to realize later on the potential, right? When I started, I do remember the case when we used to working in advertising, and when we used to go to clients and everything else, and largely people used to say that, is digital marketing going to stay? Is it a bubble or is it a reality, right? From that time on, I have worked for brands. I consulted brands. I've been working with brands wherein they keep exclusive budgets aside only for digital marketing, right? And they say that we don't want to do other part of or other point of advertising or marketing, but our focus is on digital marketing. There are businesses been built only doing digital marketing. So I have seen the entire transition of that, how the mindset have changed over a period of time. Not only that, how the big money started to flow in digital marketing. Yeah, so in that sense, you can say I'm of that age, spending 16 years in the field of marketing, worked with a couple of nice brands, some B2C, some B2B brands, and also get an opportunity to visit a few colleges and universities teaching these or explaining students that why this is the time, and this is rather the right time that you onboard in this entire journey of digital marketing and make a career, because there's lot many things happening, and there are brands are making or breaking itself using this tool either nicely, or if not joining the train, then they're just you know losing out on lot potential. So yeah, that's been a great journey, and I'm also associated with Simply for quite some time, taking some courses. Right now I'm also taking a course along of Purdue University. So amazing students, have joined affiliate program of Purdue University doing digital marketing. And you'll realize during the course, as we'll come closer end to the session, you'll realize that what all things that we're going to cover and why it is like an upskill and also enhance your overall profile in that sense. So that's a very brief about me. Yes, and I'm looking forward for the evening to have a grateful understanding and session, and I hope that I'll add some value to that as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ali, for your amazing introduction here. Then we'll move on towards our next agenda. But before that, now that you've given your amazing introductions on the chat here, let's also get to know you a little better with a quick poll before we start the session. So let's start with an experience poll here to understand how many years of experience do you currently have. I have just launched the poll here, and you can select the option which is the most suitable for you out of the four. Let me also just read out these options for you. So the first one here is less than 2 years. Second one, 2 to 5 years. And the third one, 6 to 10 years. And the fourth one, more than 10 years. Folks who are watching us live on our YouTube channel, you can just let us know by typing in your experience, years or numbers on the live chat. Great. I see most of you responded, but let's give it a few more seconds here for the poll. I see few responses coming in on the YouTube live chat box as well. Great. And also on the webinar chat box. Vikas says he has 20 experience. And Gurfan says 3 years, Arun 2 years. Please make sure to vote it on the poll as well, folks. That will definitely give our expert an understanding of the crowd who has joined us. Great. I think most of your responses the last 10 seconds, folks, for the poll which is live. How many years of experience do you currently have? And also, when talking about experience, any kind of general working experience we're talking about. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me quickly end the poll and share the results with you folks on our expert Ali here. Let's see what have you responded. So I see 42% of you have less than 2 years of experience, and 37% of you have 2 to 5 years of experience, and 0% of you have 6 to 10 years of experience, and 21% of you have more than 10 years of experience. Whoa, a lot of experience folks here, especially more than 10 years. And I think on the chat as well, I see a lot of 20s and, like 2 and 7 years, 3 years experience as well. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Definitely gives us and our speaker understanding of, what kind of audience with an experience has joined us. We can tailor his responses, accordingly as well throughout the session to help you out. So yeah, starting with the topic here, email or social media. Which marketing career path is right for you in 2024 and beyond? So let's start with email marketing. What exactly do you need to know about email marketing here? So over to you, Ali.
Definitely. Okay. So first thing first, if I'll just let's keep the topic aside, email versus social. If I'll just ask you all that one question, that do you think in the time that we're living today, with the entire leap of technology, entire thing, the different kind of platforms that we have, the different ways of marketing we do today, you think email marketing is relevant today? Is it a dead thing, or is it still relevant? What would be your take in that?
Folks, you can reply by saying yes or no on the chat box.
You think it's still relevant? It doesn't relevant? Is there brands doing that? The brand doesn't do that at all? And then if not, then why we are talking about email marketing? What is the reason? Right? Yes, it's relevant. Okay. Okay. Before getting into anything else, first let me tell you that that's the beauty of digital marketing, or rather, email marketing comes to the picture when we did that poll, right? And then all of you have mentioned different years of experiences. I have read the chat that some of you said that zero experiences. That's the data. Now, what we were doing is we are segmenting the audience, and we try to understand that what kind of audience that we are gonna deal with, right? That's how you build customer persona or buyer's persona, or rather, you say segmentation of the audience. And this entire rise of so-called digital marketing or email marketing is because of this one factor, right? This, so it is, as you said, seen that in the slide itself, it's more direct communication, but more than that, it's more personalized communication. So tomorrow, if it's the same product but different set of audience, one may be looking for some reward points, one may be looking for we need to remarket one, we need to maybe upsell and something like that, we can customize our communication and send it to that. Now, if I just ask you, I mean, some of you said that relevant, yes, it is relevant and everything else. In terms of career, if I'll ask you that, if, or rather I'll tell you that, you do know that 59, as per a survey by McKinsey, 59% of the big businesses says that, their primary source of generating leads is still email marketing. Right? And when I say that, there's a reason behind that. Of course, when you all join this course, we're gonna talk more in detail that how email marketing to be done, what are the nuances that you need to keep in mind. But 59% of the all businesses is a huge number, right? Give or take, at any given point in time, there are 306 billion mails sent or received every day. What do I mean by that? I mean, there's a huge data. And the entire rise of digital marketing or email marketing or the other forms of marketing has came to the forefront only because of the reason, because it delivers based on the data. It's all number specific. You can measure that at what level you want to measure that. From start to end, everything is measurable, right? And that's the very reason all the brands, all the big brands or the small brands or the medium sized brands that you talk about are still finding email marketing very relevant. They still do it, they still use as their primary source of communication to their customers. And the reason is not, I mean, just take an analogy or take an example. When you go to, let's suppose, a retail store or any, let's suppose, a apparel store or anywhere else, what is the first thing they ask for when you go to the bill counter? Is it your social media handle or is it your mail? Anyone, just answer the question. Email, right? And there's a reason for that. Now, social media handle people can change, and I'm not against social media. When it comes to social media, of course, I'll talk about that as well, that why it is also important in terms of brand to engage with that. But why emails? Why brands ask for email? Because give or take, people may change their social media handle. They may block their Facebook page, may not be available on Instagram, but everyone today in the world we are living in must have an email. Everyone in the world we are living today goes at least once or twice in the day and check their mail. And the second most important factor is, today in the world, your bank accounts, your details, your courses, whatever you do, your email is become the primary source of communication. So at any given point in time, it's very tough for you to change your mail ID. You can change your social media handle, you can have a fake account, but mail is more important for all your real things, be it your bank account, your transaction details, everything. You get codes, comes to your mail. And that's why the brands knows that email is not going to change. This is where they can own the audience, right? So talking about, of course, we're going to talk about, I can keep on going and talk about numbers and everything else, but of course, if you look for email marketing, why you choose email marketing as a career? If you are number guy, if you like analytics, if you want to be precise in terms of what is working for me, what is my open rate, what kind of audience I need to send, what kind of communication, if you like that kind of detailing, that, and what, if you also like some a fact like that, if you want to spend less but have a huge conversion, wherein your conversion increases from 1x to 2x or 3x, email marketing is the one of the best platform or the best use case or best marketing that people do. And that's the reason you talk about Apple, you talk about Samsung, you talk about any of automobile brands today, all of that uses email as their primary source of communication, right? When we come to social media, of course, we're going to talk about that how it differentiate. All the brands or the names that I've mentioned also uses social media, but the use case differs. Here, the chances of segmenting your audience and then targeting them and reaching them one on one, knowing their need based requirement and everything else is more important. So having said that, yes, in terms of career role, if you have this number thing in your mind, if you like to do the analysis, if you like to do, see your conversion going from 1x to 2x to 3x without much of a spend, email marketing is the right platform. When you do the course, of course, there's multiple platforms through which you can do email marketing. There are not many things that you need to design in terms of landing page, how to do the email marketing, how to segment or own your audience that you receive as a data through multiple platforms like Mailchimp, HubSpot, and so many others, right? So that's where email marketing fits the bit. And the reason I'm talking about that why brands still focus on email marketing, still have never left it. Of course, it has seen some bit of decline in between, when but right now it's one of the primary source of communication with for all the brands. And I'm talking about of all the biggest brands. Right now, if you check your mailbox, you might have some mail from Apple, from Samsung, some maybe from Hyundai, or different other brands in the categories that you, maybe apparel brand, maybe Zara, maybe H&M, whatever brand you consume, they must have sent you a mail, right? And there's a reason to it. Of course, we're gonna talk more in detail about that when we'll be joining the course, and we're gonna talk about that as well. But that's where the email marketing fits the bit. So you are at the right point in time wherein technology is doing a lot many things. And that's the reason that why today every corporate world as a client is having their own digital team, right? Earlier there used to be marketing team, right now this digital marketing team, right? All the big advertising agencies, so called, maybe the Ogilvy's of the world or Lintas of the world or whatever you name it, today they all have their own digital arm, right? I've seen that mushrooming happening. Like early 2007, 8, all these advertising agencies do not even used to consider digital as an app. And today, I know brands who exclusively launch their products on using these platforms, right? So that's where the bit is. Again, to talk about a number per se, not email marketing but digital marketing, there's a report by McKinsey which says by end of 2024, or may say the first quarter of 2025, the global ad spend, and I'm talking about global ad spend, right now it's been ruled by TV commercials that we all see in our television sets, is gonna digital marketing gonna surpass that and take the forefront in that. And that's where I say, we talk about all other numbers and everything else, that's where the money is, right? Because the brands are putting their money on all digital marketing kind of things, right? Right now the size of overall global spend may be around some $1 trillion. Out of that, digital marketing is around somewhere around 40-45% of the overall budget. And by end of 2024 or first quarter 2025, it's going to reach above 50%, which means for the first time in the history, there's a stream of marketing which gonna surpass a very dominant form of marketing in just 1.5 decade or 2 decades. Never happened, right? So you guys are right at the right timing to choose digital marketing as a platform or as a journey to upskill your career, join in being a marketeer, and of course, and then there are multiple forms, multiple platforms, multiple ways you can explore the potential in this field. Okay, so that's what about email marketing, of course. And with the rise of all those automations as different platforms that we have, the manual work that earlier people used to do to design a kind of good landing page or email that needed to be sent is has cut down to a lot by miles, right? And now it's very easy, but also you have to be very number driven, because now everything is measurable. There are tools, there are agencies which license these things to just monitor these things, right? So you all this data that you have, and then utilizing the platform rightly, can make you a smart and a better marketer, right? And of course there's huge potential in this category, because as I said, all kind of brands that you talk about today is prominently using email marketing. Yeah, so that's from my side a very just a very small part of the entire email marketing that I would love to talk about, but of course we have time limitations. You think over it, and yeah, Rasha, you can then proceed for the next slides and see what we have in store.
Sure, Ali, sure. I'll move on to the next slide talking about social media marketing.
Yeah. Okay. So if I just talk about digital marketing per se overall, but if I'll ask you all a question, that where does the email marketing and social media marketing or social media management differentiate from each other? Now, we talk about all the brands that I have mentioned and all the brands that they all are available on some or the other social media platform. Maybe not on Facebook, but on Instagram, somebody's on Twitter, on YouTube, Snapchat, but they are available. Now, and the same brands that I talk about also do email marketing. So where does the differentiation lies? What for they are on social media platform and what for they are on email marketing? If you guys will, I would like to know your perspective on that, if at all. Yeah. The main difference is in content quality. And yeah, okay. uh, I would say there are two basic differentiation when it comes to email marketing and when it comes to social media marketing. Social media marketing is not for sales. Email marketing can do a lot of upskill, upselling and everything else, but social media is not for sales. If at all you're going to social media platform for selling, your approach is wrong. Why the Nikes of the world, why the Coke of the world is there on the social media platform? Were they not able to sell earlier? Yes, it's about audience engagement, and largely the time we are living in today, they are building big communities. They are building community, right? And what does a community do? It's bring a loyal fan base. Now imagine a time where we talk about the attention span is less. People say that the people do not, have a very less attention span. They do not focus on what brands talking about and everything else. But in doing so, social media platforms help gaining loyal customers, or more than that, a community. The community then, it does the most important form of marketing that we don't talk about, but it's free, and which is, if anyone of you can think of, there's one form of marketing that brand struggle to have, earlier used to struggle to have a control over. If you can think of anyone.
Folks, you can respond on the chat here.
Affiliate marketing, okay. What others? It's about word of mouth. It's the power that our word have. Now earlier, if you need to communicate about a brand, good or bad, you need to discuss this among your peers, and the communication used to die. Why the brands move to social media platforms? The social media platforms would not, never have become that giant if the people would not have moved to it. And then people start to talk about brands, their good feelings, their bad feelings, their negative experience, their positive experience, right? And the brand realizes that this is the very first time in the history of marketing that they can control or try to have some control over the nerve of word of mouth, right? People these days, the first thing they do, if they eat, they post those things on social media platform. If they have a bad experience, they post that thing on Facebook, or on Instagram, or maybe on LinkedIn, right? And the brand realizes that potential, that then now they can do a lot of control over word of mouth, and then increase. If it's positive, they can increase to miles and bounds, to multiple geographies. If it's negative, they try to convert that into positive, right? And it goes like a wildfire. So that's why all the brands that you talk about, they are right now, they never say that, buy me or buy my product. They all are doing to engage with you, because engagement brings conversion by virtue of this platform. But also in doing so, they make a larger community base or a fan base. And once you have a fan base, these so-called free promoters talk about your brand, comment about your brand, review about your brand, right? And then imagine the size of data these brands sits on. Take an example of Airbnb, right? Airbnb is what? Airbnb is just a platform made only because people can talk, people review. Now, if you want to go to Belgium today, Germany today, you can check Airbnb, and based on what word of mouth you guys have talked about, what you have mentioned about, they book a property. They have never may interact with those property owners, but because of the rise of these digital marketing and everything else, and the power that social media has given to your world, and the time we are living in, of course, you might have seen that on social media platform, it's very easy to trend something. If it's negative, it can damage a brand. If it's positive, it increases their sale overall, while the brands are not talking about sales, right? So in the hindsight, this is largely to make communities. And the example that I've given, Airbnb, this is only have been made because of the community and what you can talk, what you talk, how you review a property, and people trust that. So social media platform has given a lot of power to people and their words, right? So why not email marketing and why social media marketing? I would say you can do both, because digital marketing as a landscape, you need to have a better understanding of all the platforms, be it SEO, be it SEM, be it email marketing, be it social media marketing. But if your heart lies somewhere, let's suppose, more towards the creative part, like you need to have more creative, you want to create content, you want to have video content and everything else, and also you like your life to be on toes, because in email marketing, things if things goes wrong, the chances are it will not get escalated that fast. But on social media, and you might have experienced already some of examples by the brands, right? If anything goes wrong, anything negative, it goes faster than anything else, right? So you have to be on your toes to understand the negative PR and then handle that, manage your social media account accordingly. Like a very good example of that, uh, Apple, one of the biggest brand, and they have recently, while launching their iPad, they released some crunch ad. Now the ad was nice, but it just, the different sentiment, and the largely people didn't like it, and it started trending, and people started to talk about Apple very negatively. And then a brand like Apple have to come up and apologize to all those creative people in the world. And imagine if you are their social media manager, then you have to be on your toes, of course, managing all those things, controlling that negative trend and all the everything else, trying to turn the wave into positive. But that's where the beauty is, because then you are handling, you're understanding the audience, you're working for bigger brands. You name a brand today who is not available on social media platforms, or not on all of the social media platforms, right? People say Facebook is aging, Facebook, people are migrating to Instagram. Yes, but still in the world today, Facebook, if Facebook would have been a planet, there's 2.6 or around 3 billion active users, right? Which is half the population of the world. Why not the brand would be there, right? So of course, if you like numbers, along with you have a creative instinct, you like your life to be on toes, you like managing their social media account, or your own brand, it's a great field, because it's from here where we are, it's only going to grow, it's only going to increase in size. As I said, the number in terms of just Facebook, 3 billion people on that, and every brand is there to have some kind of engagement, some kind of interaction with these brand, and converting them into a fan base. Nike does it very well, for sure. Coke does it very well. If you all remember, the very great campaign of Coke, let's say, share a Coke, right? And they build the momentum on social media platform, and they build a fan base. Now everyone knows that it's a aerated drink, it's not good for health, and still people promote that on social media. So that's the power today social media has. Yeah. So of course, it's a lot of algorithm based. You need to have a good understanding of this platform, because all these platforms also, be it LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, works differently. The same audience, let's suppose I'm on Facebook or Instagram, I'm looking for more fun driven content. But if I'm on Twitter, or so-called X, I become opinionated, I'm more serious, right? The same audience works differently on different platform, and that catch you must have, that which brand, how to talk on which platform, right? Career wise, as I said, numbers are huge. Overall digital marketing is growing, it's going to surpass TV commercials, of course. The numbers are there, the money is there, and that's why all the brands, you talk about agencies, you talk about software companies like Accenture and Zendex or anything else, they all are having some fo- some form of digital marketing. Now agency side, they are digital media marketing agencies. Brand size, they have digital marketing managers. Software size, they are building softwares like, Meltwater, or Sysmos, or Sprinkler, or Zoho, and whatnot, licensing these things to brand, only to do sentiment analysis, right? That how, what the sentiment of people on this platform about my brand. So huge potential, of course, and things are just going upwards from here on, where we are still where we are. Of course, there may come the different platform, which will become bigger in size. Like TikTok just came all of a sudden, and swayed the entire community base on that. But overall social media marketing is going to stay, and it's going to rule the how marketing will be done in the future, of course. So of course, a huge amount of uh, scope in terms of future, a lot of money flowing into this, a lot of brands joining into this. And you guys are, I believe, a smart audience to decide that, why I'm talking about all these things. And I can, on social media marketing, I can keep on talking, keep on giving numbers and examples, but again, time is a constraint. So I'll hand over from here on to Rasha to just talk, forward the
Yeah,
slides from
thank you
here
so
on.
much, Ali, for taking us through the social media enigma here and
Yeah.
how dynamic it is as well. So, but yeah, what does the future also holds for email marketing and social media as well, right? Maybe let's
Yeah.
just close with that. I'm pretty sure folks are very curious about a lot of developments in the recent times in email marketing and social media.
Yeah. So future, as I said, email marketing is huge. And as I said, if you just dipstickly right now do a search, just go to your mailbox, and you'll find that all the big brands today. Maybe if you're an Apple user, you might have an email from Apple. If you're a Samsung user, you might have an email for Samsung. And there's a reason that, as I said in the beginning, that why all the brands, if you go to shop, you go to buy, if the first thing they ask for is your email, right? Because that's where the brands feel empowered in terms of owning the audience. Now, your email might have started maybe when you were in maybe at 17, 18, or maybe much earlier, and you still use the same email, right? Most of the audiences, right? So of course it's now a lot of control, rather it gives a lot of control to the brand, that what they can want to talk to the audiences. It's not as what you call, the chances of going negative over there is very less. It's very number driven, so how many people are opening it, how many people are seeing, how many people have clicked on the click to action, what is the conversions. And as I said, 59% of the brands, as per a survey, said that it's their primary source of communication to to the people or their potential customers, right? And when we'll go further in this course and we'll understand email marketing per se as a subject, we'll realize that what kind of leads, what kind of sales it brings to to the bigger brands. And of course, it's a huge chunk of their entire sales or entire leads that they derive through different activities, different marketing activities that they do. Of course, along with that, a lot of enhancement happening in email marketing with the technology, AI driven. The content is becoming more and more engaging, of course. Uh, but along with that, there's a very thin line difference that when you spam, when you use the data wrong, and whether you build trust with the customer using email marketing, right? So whether it's like you enhancing their experience, or you intrusive, become intrusive, and just crossing that line. The time we are living in now, with the rise of GDPR rules, like privacy rules in Europe and India or elsewhere, as we talk about the globe, we have to have that control, that how much of email marketing we need to do, what kind of content we're going to send, when, if it's going to be one in 15 days, one in 1 month. But you need to have that regularity, that nice tone, that segmentation of the audience and targeting audience accordingly. It can't be now one size fits all. You can't just have one email and sending the entire list of, let's suppose, 10,000 customers you have. It needs to be personalized, it needs to be targeted, and then you see the conversions, of course. And if you, let's suppose, you are an entrepreneur and you have your own business and you want to communicate with that, this is one form of marketing where the incur cost is very less. The kind of analytics that you do, the kind of measurement that you can do, and filter down that to a level that what is working for me, which kind of mail is working for me, and bringing numbers is huge, right? So you can do tailor-made campaigns, and of course you can understand the one thing which is very important when you talk about marketing is consumer behavior or the customer behavior. There are tools, there are funnels that we're going to talk about later on, of course. But email marketing give you the flexibility and liberty to hold that and own your customer, of course. So, and whatever I say will not change the fact that all brands that you talk about are dominantly doing email marketing there. And of course, which means there's the number, there's the money, and there is the future, of course. And per se, in that sense, I would say there's a future in overall digital marketing. I would love that you should understand every form of digital marketing first, and then choose the right division or the right pathway, that where your heart is, whether it's numbers that strikes you more, or whether it's creative part or creating content and something like that will, where your heart is, and then you decide accordingly. Rasha.
Thank you so much for talking about the future of email marketing. Similarly, talking more about the future of social media marketing as well.
Sure, definitely. I believe I already covered this, that why social media marketing in the earlier slide as well, because I just gave an example of one platform which is giant of all platforms in terms of, say, social media, right? Facebook, 3 billion people, right? And whenever I give these lectures, maybe when I visit universities, colleges, and also the online sessions that I take, I say this, and say this line, and I'll repeat that. If I'll ask you one thing, what is the very basic principle that marketing follows? What is the very basic but most important factor that marketing follows? Why this term called marketing, and why it exists since the inception of we started to consume products? Why? If you all can just share me your thoughts. To advertise their products. Okay, what else? Awareness and
Folks, you can reply on the chat here.
increase sales. Okay, that's where I have a difference of opinion in terms of social media platforms does a lot of sales, but this is not designed by design. It's not for sales, and of course, when we'll take the courses, we'll explain that fact as well. To clear stock, to earn profit, marketing, guys. I believe create awareness in product and everything else. Yes, marketing to what I believe follows one basic principle. The very principle of marketing is that it follows the population. Without population, marketing couldn't do anything. It all the mega things that we talk about, the amazing things that we talk about would not have existed. Marketing follows the population. That's the reason I said when the population was toward TVC, the larger part of the entire marketing was there, right? When the population shifted to social media platforms or digital media marketing platforms, the brand shifted to this side. The brand, by nature of it, they are there to sales. They are there to increase numbers and maximize their reach, and that will only happen when there will be population. Right now the population is on social media platforms, right? Just one example, one platform I talk about: 3 billion people on Facebook, roughly around 2 point something billion people on YouTube, right? Any guesses that what is the average time spent per session on YouTube? If anyone, one of you can just give me any number on ads. I'm talking about global. One session, the average time spent, like one session, if you just go one time and watch a video, it's around 25 to 30 minutes. And we all know that in a day, how many times you go to YouTube. Now, in one session, if you're spending 30 minutes of our time, remember what kind of you know time you're spending in your entire day, entire week, and a month. And at the end of the day, what does any product or a brand wants? They need your attention, they need your time, because if you are able to give time to them, they will be able to convert that into engagement. That higher the engagement will convert into conversions, right? So that's the gist is, there's a future, there's a sudden rise. If you notice, there's a sudden rise in the vertical form of videos. Back in the days, people used to put the phone on landscape and used to watch videos. Now there's a sudden rise of vertical videos with the rise of, and then every other platform have joined the trail, right? It started with TikTok. Now Instagram has their own something called stories or reels. YouTube is largely for the large content, but now they also came up with YouTube shorts, right? They are just following what population wants. And wherever the population, there's the money, there's a scope, there's a future, right? With the rise of different types of platform happening, different kind of augmented reality, different kind of AI driven applications, like a very classic example of IKEA. Now this is not per se social media marketing, but now they're promoting that on social media platforms. They're very nice app wherein you can just simulate things, that which kind of furniture will look good as per your house and the interiors, right? Sitting there at one place, right? That's where and there's a lot many things gonna happen. Nike per se is totally on social media platform to build community. Why Nike is one of the most renowned and recalled brand. It was earlier too, but now since the new generation, the Gen Z and everything is coming to that, they need to push hard, and that can only happen if they're able to build larger fan base and community. And that's where the social media marketing come into the picture, right? To promote, to create awareness, to engage, to convert at the end. And I believe that's enough to put emphasize on that why social media marketing could be the right thing in the future as well, along with email marketing, and I would say rather all form of digital marketing to be learned. That's from my side on this, Rasha. We would then.
Thank you so much, Ali. I think very interesting, insight into email and social media marketing. We have gotten some, really good questions as well. And yeah, you can see the engagement from the audience. They are pretty hooked to it. So before we move on towards the program introduction, let's quickly also understand what are your concerns here. So what is stopping you from becoming a digital marketing expert here? So I'm just launching a poll here, which is a multiple choice poll. You can select multiple options here. And I've just launched the poll on Zoom. And I'll just read out these options for you as well while you quickly go and vote your responses there as concerns. So the first one here is I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. Second one, I don't have the practical exposure I need to become job ready. And third one, I find it difficult to learn from pre-recorded videos. And the fourth one, my work schedule won't allow me enough time for learning. So folks, you have 10 seconds to quickly go and vote. And we'll be quickly moving on towards the program introductions after this. Folks who are watching us live on our YouTube channel, you can just share your concerns there by the options one, two, three, four. And obviously, folks, if these are not your concerns, we are open to your questions in the Q&A box. So please make sure to go and put down your questions there. Folks sharing their questions on the chat box, please make sure to move your questions there so we don't miss it. Yeah, because there are a lot of messages on the chat here, and we might miss your questions there. So, yeah. Awesome. I see most of you responded, but let's give it 5 more seconds for the poll because I see a lot of you people are still responding. So, what is stopping you from becoming a digital marketing expert? You select one of the options here. This is a multiple choice question. Select the option most suitable to you. And if this does not cover your concerns, Q&A box is open to you. So, yeah. Awesome. I think last 5 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Let me end the poll and share the results with you folks and our expert early here. Let's see what are your concerns. I see 55% of you have responded. I don't have the practical exposure. I need to become job ready. Interesting. And 27% of you have responded. I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. 45% of you responded. My work schedule won't allow me enough time for learning. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Definitely gives us an understanding of what are your major concerns here. Now moving on towards the program introduction here. So the SPGN Global School of Management comes with a professional certificate in digital marketing program. This is in collaboration with Simplilearn. And introducing you to the program here, we have an official partner, Meta, and also the program duration is of 8 months. If you're a working professional or if you have other commitments, this program you can complete by giving 3 to 5 hours per week. And also, it comes with a comprehensive curriculum. We'll be deep diving into the learning part of the program. What exactly does the module cover? What are the electives of the program? And I think the highest voted option, right? Practical exposure you don't have. So for that, we have a lot of hands-on projects and case studies you can, use for practical experience. What exactly are these projects? How exactly do they help you? We'll be deep diving into that as well. And the format of the classrooms are online live visual classrooms where you not only get to interact with your instructor, but also with your peers as well. And yeah, the schedule here is pretty flexible. Keeping in mind you might be a working professional or you might have other commitments, and there is an option to opt for classes cohorts. I'll be talking more about that in the enrollment part. But yeah, moving on towards the SPGN advantage here. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you might have already heard about SPJ School of Global Management. But yeah, the campuses here, they have hubs in Dubai, Mumbai, Singapore, Sydney, and they offer, they're basically pretty famous for offering these multi-city undergraduate and PG programs. Their global MBA is ranked by international publications such as Forbes, Times Higher Education, Wall Street Journal, The Economist, and Financial Times, just to name a few of them. And they are accredited by TESCA, Australia, KHDA, UAE, HCPA, Singapore as well. So yeah, that is just to give you a quick, intro on the advantage here. Now moving on towards the digital marketing skills, which you will be learning from this program. How are they opening the career options for you in 2024 and beyond? So over to you, Ali.
Yeah, so of course, as I said, there are multiple streams or the multiple ways that digital marketing uh, comes in terms of doing advertisements, promotions for the brand, and of course, you need to have skills uh, largely in terms of awareness, you need to have the awareness of all form of marketing, to be very honest, right? And when I'm talking about, because it can't be happen that because all those things right now is getting integrated at the end of the day. Let's suppose you work for any kind of any brand or any product, any service, or let's suppose your own product or service. You can't be saying that I'll be only doing this and because I have an awareness of this only, right? You have to have the basic understanding rather for all form of digital marketing, be it as SEO analyst, right? Be it a content marketing manager, be it maybe SEM or a PPC marketing planner or email marketing manager. Now, out of that, of course, most of the brands today or most of the corporates today keep experts of one or the other forms. Like they'll have one person who will be doing largely a PPC or a SEM expert, and then there's an SEO expert. What an SEO expert or SEO analyst does, or a website marketing manager does. So SEO is largely still one of the biggest ways to promote your website, to bring your website at a better rank organically, wherein you don't have to spend anything, right? It's just about your content optimization, your technical aspect, that how user friendly it is, your user experience, user interface, and everything else. So as a website marketing manager, you have to be manage their content, their digital their experience part, their interactive interaction part on the website, how interactive it is, how what kind of experience it's creating for the users, how the content is, whether the image is right or not, and all sort of things, right? uh, in terms of PPC, you largely have to work on platforms like Google Ads, your Bing, Microsoft Ads, or let's suppose Yahoo Ads and everything else, right? And then you need to understand that how to create better ads, what kind of reach that ad will deliver you, right? And that's where the differentiation happens. Some people find that SEO is their is what something they're good at, because they're good at maintaining the website, maintaining the content, good at very good at doing the keyword research, right? So keyword research is at the center of mostly SEO, SEM, or maybe also social media management, because in social media it becomes hashtags, right? In SEO it remains keyword, or in SEM it's also remain keywords, right? So that's where it start. But then the line diverts in terms of where is what kind of marketing you want to do. If you're good at managing the website, you're good at technical aspect of things, understanding how the page speed works, how to what part of the website should have what kind of content, in terms of designing that or understanding that and marketing that accordingly, right? SEO is the right field. If you think that no, I want to be somebody who can do a good amount of research in terms of how the conversion happens, how to set up a campaign, what kind of headlines to be written, what kind of descriptions to be written, what kind of image, if I'll do A/B testing kind of thing, that will bring more conversions and will appear as a better ad in terms of Google Display Network or Google Search Network or YouTube ads. PPC is the right platform, maybe. And if at all you think that you are made somebody that no, you could be at an agency level and managing the entire set of digital marketing, while you might not have a technical know-how of that, but you have the huge and great understanding of all form of digital marketing, be it email, be it content, or be it social media, be it website marketing. Then you could be a good digital marketing manager at a client side, wherein you're overseeing all those aspect of things. But then comes a huge responsibility as well, because now you are driving the entire source of leads, communications, engagement, and managing that all through different platforms, right? So as I said earlier as well, that if something like numbers come is drives you, or if something like a lot of analysis is some that you would like to do, then of course maybe PPC, SEM, and along with that email marketing is your thing, and you would love that. If let's suppose you say that you are more into, would like to ensure smooth, creating a smooth shopping experience for users, and you would like to maximize the conversions and revenue through data driven strategies, through data driven campaigns, then of course e-commerce management. Because right now, if you talk about just the rise of a platform like Shopify, I'm sure that most of you must have heard of Shopify, right? And that's a platform wherein individuals like you and me are making their own e-commerce website, right? And selling their product. So if you want to be there, that I want to make a brand, I want to make a small e-commerce platform, or help e-commerce owners and do a huge amount of data driven strategies, campaigns with, because we know that how the e-commerce platform works, of course, then that's your forte, right? So I would say rather that every form of digital marketing is interlinked with each other because it's all about one cost, it's about measurement, and it's also lot of driven by numbers, and it's all interlinked with each other. So understand the entire gamut of digital marketing, and then you think over that what of the topic during the sessions or during your course of this digital marketing course will intrigue you more and bring that interest more, and that's where then you do the more of dive deep more into that particular topic and bring that, or become an expert of that rather, I would say, right? But yes, all form of marketing is interlinked and very interesting, to be very honest, in terms of money, in terms of excitement, in terms of having a good experience working on different sides of the business, be it on the corporate side, be it on the agency side, be it on the technical agencies wherein those are making softwares. uh, Opportunities are many. It just comes down to that, what would you like to do in this entire domain of digital marketing, right? Yeah. That's, I believe, from my side, in terms of uh, why overall digital marketing is a very good career option. And of course, all of these that you can see on your screen is different forms and different ways that you can enhance uh, performance for a brand or a product and or a service, using these techniques, using these different side of digital marketing rather, if I would say so. Yeah. Thanks, Rasha, for the opportunity to explain this slide.
Yeah.
uh,
Thank you so much, Ali. Again, sharing your comments on the career options here. Moving on towards the eligibility side. So, you need to have a marketing background, or a non-marketing background. It's okay. And also, in terms of eligibility here, you need to have a bachelor's degree in any discipline to join the program. And you need to have at least 2 years of experience, which is preferred. Again, it is preferred, but it is not compulsory. If you have experience, that is great. If not, that is also okay with us. It's not a compulsion, because any kind of work experience do help you, right? Anywhere you go. So, moving on to the next slide, talking about how this program by SPGN prepares you.
Rasha, can I intervene and just make one point, if you don't
Sure, sure.
mind?
Please, please. Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about experience, as Rasha said, of course, it's preferred but not like mandatory. The current course that I'm taking with the for the students, which is like 60, 70 odd students affiliated with Purdue University in US, and there's a huge mix of audience. There's some audience who is just totally fresher, came out from their college and they just wanted to enhance themselves in digital marketing. Then there are few students over there who are like worked in digital marketing, but not to that level that wherein they can be at the ladder, top of the ladder, right? And then there are a few students who are totally from different kind of experience, but they now, because marketing is a big thing and digital marketing is rising, as we have explained, they want to join this future drive, right? So different mix of audience, and I would say that along with the course, we as a tutor and the course itself is designed in a way that it takes care of everybody, right? It takes care of, even if you're a fresher, even if experience, at the end of the day when the course ends, you all will be at the same page, having a thorough understanding that how a website should be created, how the entire gamut of digital marketing works, and having a huge skill set in terms of not theoretically but also practically. We invest personally into that how much of practical knowledge you can gain out of it. That's the only thing I wanted to add, Rasha. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that insight. Definitely, that helps folks who might have questions about that. And moving on towards the next slide, talking about the how this program by SPG prepares you. Starting with the learning steps here, how exactly this program builds your digital marketing skills step by step. So early we start with the induction session here for the professional digital marketing program, and then we start with the module course. So over to you.
Yeah. So as I said, of course, in the course, it's not limited only for email or social media marketing, because that will be like just scratching the tip of the entire thing that digital marketing can bring in, right? So we need to have a thorough understanding of all form of marketing in terms of digital marketing. We'll start with induction in terms of just how the entire digital landscape is taking place in over the years. From when it started in early 2000, and in less than, let's say, 2.5 decades, or maybe I would say the rise have happened in 1.5 decades. So how it has came at the forefront of it, and what are the reasons that today, it has the power to make or break the brand, and why the most of the money people or the brand are spending on digital marketing platform. In not about only money, it's the time, right? Where the consumers are spending money, mostly the digital tools, be it OTT, be it social media platforms, be it anything. You people are spending time over there, and that's why brands are moving to these platforms, right? So we'll set the foundation in terms of understanding digital marketing, why, what, where, what are the strategies that needed to be understand, or how we need to understand audience, how we can segment the audience, what kind of things that we need to do to funnel down the entire campaign. And then we move to each form of digital marketing, specifically topic by topic, that how search engine optimization can be done. And that will begin with creating a small dummy website. So all of you will create a small website and understand practically that how SEO to be done on a live website. Then we'll go to search engine marketing, wherein we understand how to set up a campaign, how to bring a good quality score for SEM, social media accordingly, as I explained, that how to do a good content, what kind of strategies to follow to bring better engagement and better conversions. Of course, then some of the strategies we as an expert have learned over the period of time in last 16 years, that what kind of strategies will bring better numbers, right? Analytics, that how to analyze that what is working, what is not working for you, what kind of ROI you can expect, you can expect, and then how you can real time monetize that, and not only monetize but also optimize that, so that your money that you spend will be safe and bring in good results and numbers. Email marketing, mobile marketing. Email marketing are explained uh, by and large. Mobile marketing, as we know that there's sudden rise and spike in different kind of apps. Every brand that you talk about today is making apps. Like for example, Nike has made 4 apps to target different set of audience. 4 applications for different, for one brand, but different applications for different set of audience, right? So that's is at a rise. And why then there's a need to understand mobile marketing, we'll go very deep into that to understand that. And after that, of course, we'll have some practical simulations in terms of capstone projects, that all of things that you have learned, we'll simulate that in real life scenarios, taking example from brands, and then you guys have to work that as a project, so that you understand not only just theoretical part, whatever practical and theoretical things that we learn in the course, you'll also try to do that practically on your own, understanding in terms of projects and how things works, what kind of numbers need to be checked, how what other things needed to be done in terms of strategy. And that will give you, I believe, overall understanding that entire thing. And as I said in the previously, that after the course you all will be upskilled, and at a stage that you know that what digital marketing is and how to implement different forms of marketing, how to uh, help your own business or different business products or services, and of course bring money out of it, right? So that's what we will learn in this entire good combined course, starting from very basics and then leading to a theoretical setup of doing projects based on our learnings and understandings, of course. Yeah, and then there are electives which Rasha will explain, I believe, better
Sure.
than me.
Yeah. So we have electives here. So electives here come as a part of the program. They are optional if you want to take them up. We don't charge anything extra for them. So top the electives we will have here are the generative AI in sales and marketing. That's a new addition. And we'll be talking more about the AI tools as well in the tool section. Digital marketing meta master sessions. So we have the official partner for this program, Meta, and with that you'll be getting the Meta master session, AI, automation, and emerging technologies, B2B marketing, e-commerce listing, blogging, affiliate marketing. Yeah, just to name a few of them, these are the electives we cover. I'll be showing that to you in the program page as well. All the electives here. Yeah, but we move on towards the next slide, deep diving into the most important part of the program, right? The tools and platform we'll be learning. And there are plenty. Ali, I think we can see there are plenty of tools on the slide as well. But
Yeah,
then there are I think a lot more on the total program, which the program covers. So maybe
yeah.
you can highlight the most important tools, which this program will actually power the learners here to take on the digital marketing career path.
Definitely, definitely. Now, all the tools that Rasha is showing on the slide is gonna be used in the journey of you as a working marketeer in the field of digital marketing. Some of the other tools, of course, depending on the kind of which stream of digital marketing you're working at, of course. Some of the tools, of course, the tutors or the experts will share from their own experiences. Now, in terms of practical understanding, let's say Google Ads, it's a free tool, right? And that's there we can sit back, maybe during the session of SEM, we'll spend 2 days understanding Google Ads and how to set ads, because it's free, but understanding the tool is more important, because it's very deep, very big, right? There are millions and millions of companies utilizing this tool and bringing revenue, and targeting their customers based on that. Now, yeah, for example, YouTube as well. It's a free platform. We all see it as a consumer. We see content on that, but we learn also that how to utilize that as a marketer. What are the things we need to be done? How to how to how to how to gauge the numbers out of it, and then comes Facebook ads. Of course, as I said, it's one of the giants in social media marketing. Huge numbers over there. So Facebook is something called Facebook ads and Facebook insight. So we'll understand that what kind of numbers we need to analyze, and also rather how to use Facebook ads, and now it's called meta ads rather. So how to use meta ads for enhancing our performance and engagement, and bringing in more customers, and reaching to more customers in terms of utilizing Instagram and Facebook, right? Google Trends is something about understanding that what kind of to optimize more on SEO rather, I would say. So Google Trends comes in the picture over there. Zoho is Zoho. Then there's something called Hootsuite. Is these platforms, of course, we'll try to understand them in detail, but these are like paid licenses we needed to be done. So we understand if at all there'll be few softwares which is not even mentioned over here. We personally explain you in terms of free version of that. So there are platforms which are freemium version. So we'll take the free version of that and we'll understand in detail. Like if you do a email campaign, then Mailchimp, that how the Mailchimp works. There's something called Site Insiders. There's something called a page speed index, Moz, and there's so many more softwares. We can't list all of that on this one slide, of course. That will ensure that how to use those platforms, what is the use case. Mostly all the free tools will cover. Those tools who comes with like paid version but also have a free version, we will explain that more in much more in detail and understand. And then you'll all become expert in that matter, of course. For all those tools, more needed in that is your then you need to practice more on those tools, but we'll bring to a level that that what is where, how to do that, how to tackle a particular thing on a particular platform, how to set up things. Everything we will cover in detail, right? Yes. That's where I believe we're gonna dive much more detailed explanation and understanding of platforms, and there'll be much more platforms that, as I said earlier, that is there on this slide, of course. Rasha.
Thank you so much, Ali, for taking us through the tools and platforms. And I'm pretty sure, folks, you might have questions about the program. We are open to your questions. We'll be moving towards the Q&A pretty soon. But before that, also moving on towards the next slide, talking about the caption projects. So, Ali, I think you have already mentioned about the caption projects, how exactly they are helpful, how
Yeah.
exactly they give you the hands-on experience here. Maybe you can just share a comment here before we, move towards closing the program today.
Yeah, definitely. So as I said, guys, so as the course will start from understanding the basics of digital marketing, leading to different sections of digital marketing, understanding much more in detail. And in the previous slide, as Rasha has shown a lot of tools, along with that, much more tools. We'll understand all of that, and then comes the time then we'll work on the caption project, utilizing our understanding and the knowledge that we have gained, and practically try to do some of the projects that how to do that, what kind of learning that we have learned, and implement that in a real life scenario. So real life business cases, maybe case studies and everything else, and that will implement that. So on one side, the platform, how it works. Other side, the theoretical part, that what it is we are doing, and the third, that you implement the learning of platform and the theory that we have learned in a live or real business kind of a scenario project. There'll be a couple of topics, couple of different projects, maybe 5 or 6. Out of that, you need to choose one based on your preference, likes, and then of course we need to, along with working, understand that what kind of data or real world data that we can bring into that. So accordingly, we'll do the project. More on that, I believe I already explained earlier when talking about the subject matter. So I think that will be enough from my side on that.
Thank you so much, Ali, for your comment on that. And yeah, moving on towards the next slide, talking about the global leaders we have as program advisors here. So we have Dr. Smita Rangathan, who's an associate professor here, and we have Professor Marco Selakovic, who's the assistant professor of marketing communication, and we have Dr. Umesh Kotari, who's a professor and corporate trainer at SPJ. and also Dr. Nada Sayara, who's associate professor in marketing in SPJ here. So again, like these global leaders from SPJ School of Global Management make sure that Simplilearn is living as per standards of SPJ here. And also, how can we miss talking about the past learners and their success stories, right? So with this, I would like to introduce you that the previous classes have consisted of learners who come from excellent organizations like Microsoft, Adobe, Cognizant, American Express, Tech Mahindra, Citi, just to name a few of them. And also diverse industries like marketing, IT, advertising, retail, PMSI, and I mean many others. And also, we also offer Simplilearn's Job Assist program, which helps you with your job search. In this, you get Jobs Pro membership. Again, like this program is for the Indian region audience, just to be clear about that. You also get a pro membership of 6 months for free, which through which you get spotlight on IM jobs for highlighting your profile to recruiters. You also get a resume preps service where you get an SME assigned to you. And with the first point of contact, you basically get the SME to help you out with the kind of skill set or particular job load you're applying for. And yeah, there is a continuous feedback. It takes 1 to 2 weeks for getting the final resume here. And similarly, we have an interview prep, service as well with IM Jobs Pro, where you actually get to practice with the SCV similar to resume, based on the job role you're applying for. And here also there is a continuous feedback which is shared with you to help you, crack the job interview there. Say. And just to sum it up, I think we have talked about a lot of things here, right? So what exactly you'll be getting from this program? So you'll be getting a SP June School of Global Management certificate in collaboration with Simplilearn. And this you can see the certificate on the screen here. It will be for the professional certification in digital marketing. And also, we have uh, basically get to work on 5 captain projects, problem statements, and 15 course and press projects. This will be provided with the learning environment, which will be provided by Simplilearn. And you get to access the Meta Certified Digital Marketing Associate exam voucher for free, where we have the official partner as Meta. You get access master sessions by Meta Blueprint trainers, and learn to leverage the latest in generative AI for sales and marketing, and many more things which we have already covered. With this, I would like to conclude, and yeah, we would love to know your interest in enrolling into the professional certificate program in digital marketing by SPGen School of Global Management. So I'm launching a poll now. Which will capture your interest here, and I will ask you, would you like to enroll into the program? So you can respond as yes to share your enrollment interest. The poll is live right now. And folks who are watching us live on our YouTube channel, you can also do that. So how you can do that is you will be seeing a link on the top of the YouTube live chat box, and it will take you to the professional certification in digital marketing program by XPGen, which we are talking about. And yeah, there you will have to just share your email and phone number for a few basic details for our learning consultants to help you onboard into the program and address any questions you might have. So yeah, let's wait for that. Let's quickly wait. Also, folks, this is a really good time to go and put down your questions in the Q&A box as well. Any questions you might have about Simplilearn, the program, anything about digital marketing as a career, we're open to it. Please quickly go and do that because we will be moving towards the Q&A pretty soon. And just extending the session by a few more minutes for folks who are waiting for the webinar certificate poll in the end. So yeah. 15 more seconds for the poll here. I see most of you responded. So are you interested in enrolling into the professional certification in digital marketing by SPGen School of Global Management? You can respond as yes for enrolling into the program. And also for folks who are watching us live on YouTube channel, you can also do that. You can just click on the link which you see on the chat box. And yeah, it will take you to the program page and share your few basic details to share that interest. I'll be talking about the enrollment steps of the program after this. So let me quickly end the poll in the next 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me end the poll. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you for sharing your interest here. Folks who are still exploring, we have a lot of digital marketing programs and programs in other categories as well, which you can check out. I'll share that link on the chat. Just give me a second. So enrollment steps here. 3 simple, easy steps you'll have to follow for a lot of you folks who have already shared interest in enrollment. So step 1 here is you have to submit an application to us at askus@simplilearn.net. And step 2 here is your application will be going for review. based on the eligibility and the prerequisites which I've shared earlier. And yeah, step three will be the admissions. So the learning consultants will be reaching out to you and help you onboard into the program with the admissions offer. Again, like these are three simple, easy steps to follow. And this is what is going to happen next. Just to make sure you're aware of it, the learning consultants from Simplilearn will onboard you into the program using these three steps. Now talking about the cohort, we do have a cohort for which the classes are starting on October 19th. Again, like we do have limited seats, and I think only few of the seats are left. For this, the introductory classes are starting on September 11th. And the fee here for Indian region is 1,0999 INR rupees. And also we have installment options, financing options, EMI options available. We have partners who can help you with that. And we have financing options available for as low as 3,471 INR rupees per month. Even after the webinar, if you have any questions, you can drop us basically a mail at askus@simplelearn.net highlighting your concern about this webinar, about the program, or any other program if you're exploring. So that is totally okay. I'll share that email ID in the chat as well. Just allow me a second. But I want to quickly move on towards the Q&A. I know that I think a lot of you have been already interacting with Ali throughout the session. But let me just check if you have any questions here which we have to address. Cost of the program, I think Tanmay I've already answered. And the link, the scan code which you see on the program, basically slide page right now, that is the link towards the program. So if you can just take a screenshot of it, or you can just scan it right now, it will take you to the program page immediately, and you can go and check out a lot of details which we have talked about. And any questions you might have, you can also drop us a mail at askus@simplylearn.net. How this all helps in finance. We provide you financing option in case you're not able to pay all the fee altogether. We basically help you with financing that. You can pay in installments if not altogether. Any special discount being offered? That is something the learning consultants from Simplilearn can help you out with. So yeah, Nikhil. Let me just check more questions. I think we had one question. Can you tell me the question set for social media marketing and digital marketing? Because I have an interview on this week. So, Mrinali, it will be great. Maybe if you can tell us a few particular questions you want us to answer, because we don't have time for that right now. I'm so sorry. Apologize for that. But yeah, like I think with this, I think we would like to conclude the session. And let me also quickly share the email ID in the chat with you. So you can basically reach out to us even after the webinar, any questions you might have. I'm just dropping this mail here, and you can reach out to us here anytime, and you should get a response, pretty quickly here. And moving on towards the closing of the program. So would like to first of all thank our expert Ali here for taking us through such an amazing comparison between email and social media, and both being big dynamic parts in digital marketing field. And I think you made it pretty interesting, Ali, like talking about a lot of these examples and insights about the fields. So would you like to say something to the audience here before we end the session?
Thank you, Rasha. And of course, I would say that, guys, definitely, as I said, and I'll repeat that, there's a lot of population joining in this force of email or social or say digital marketing. It's a good path breaking way to make your career. There's a lot of money floating into this system, if not only for, or say, for job or something like that. You'll gain skills which you can yourself become content creator, or enhance your own product or services. So it's right time, right opportunity, of course. And I mean, I just want to wish you all best wishes in terms of your learnings and upskilling yourself in this very demanding category or industry called digital marketing, right? And my best wishes with you all in that. Thank you.
I was on mute. Thank you so much, Ali. Thank you once again. It's has been a pleasure hosting you as well. And folks who are waiting for the webinar certificate, quickly moving on towards that. But before that, we would also love to know how was the session for you. So you can rate us out of 5, 5 being the highest. If you had a good experience, if you learned something new about email or social media or about the program, we can rate us 5 there as well. And there'll be a post-webinar survey feedback as well, which will have only one question. What can we do to make our webinars better? So you can just answer that. You can also even put down suggestions on the topic you would want us to cover. So any questions you might have, we actually closely look into your suggestions and come up with these interesting topics for you to have a great time here. And any questions you might have, you can ask our experts as well. So yeah, and folks who are watching us on a YouTube channel, thank you so much for being a great audience there as well. So lovely audience here, lovely audience, lovely interaction. I think there was a great energy throughout the session, when you were interacting with the instructor as well. So, yeah. And I think we extended the session by some 15 minutes, but I think it was definitely a demand here, I would say. I think everyone wanted to hear you out again, like, the insights you were sharing, talking about, the topic we were covering. So I think the folks are still here. They are pretty much interested and they stuck around as well. So,
Uh, Thanks a lot, Rasha, for hosting in this session, and thanks a lot everyone to stay by. And even though we extended the time to hear me out, of course.
sure. I
Uh,
think I forgot to say one thing that this is the scan code for if you want to basically connect with our expert Ali. If you want to check out his updates, what he has been up to as well, you can just scan this code and it will take you to his LinkedIn profile as well. So you can quickly go and do that. I'll just keep this for a few seconds. Take a screenshot or quickly scan it and go and follow him there, connect with him there, even beyond this webinar as well. So, yeah. And after the webinar as well, so once you get the certificate, you will receive that within 24 to 48 hours after you fill the certificate poll, which I'll move on to next. So after that, a lot of folks are already sharing the insights about the webinars. They're taking screenshot of the webinars. They're also sharing the certificate as well with their network on LinkedIn. So you can also do that. You can also tag our Simplilearn handle and also our expert Mehboob by scanning this link. You can just quickly go and follow him there, connect with him there. And yeah, once you receive the certificate, don't forget to mention him and our Simplilearn handle. So yeah, they'll give you a mention there and a shout out as well. So, yeah. So moving on towards the webinar certificate poll, I hope you have all scanned it or taken a screenshot of the scan code of his profile. So yeah, moving on towards the next, next link here. So launching the webinar certificate poll quickly. So now please make sure to enter your full name here. So make sure there is no grammatical error. You can see the certificate on the screen. This is the certificate participation for the topic today. This is what I need from you, the name part. And please make sure to enter the name. So then only you will be receiving the certificate. So yeah, this is to basically prove your attendance here that you have stayed till the end. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for, first of all, also having patience with us while we extended the session for a few minutes. So thank you so much for that. Also, really appreciate the rating you have given us as well. So I really appreciate that. So, yeah. Any comments you have, we can share it on the chat. How was the session for you? How did you like the session? So you can do that as well. Or you can leave a feedback on or how did you like the session? Post webinar survey on Zoom as well, which will happen after this. Shruti says, thanks for the great session. Appreciate it, Shruti. Thank you so much for joining us. Awesome, folks. I think a lot of you have already responded for the webinar certificate poll. So 10 more seconds for the poll. So to request a proof of attendance for this webinar, you'll have to enter your full name on the poll, which is launched right now to receive the certificate. Details about the program will be sent to you over mail. In case you have any questions, as I mentioned earlier, you can reach out to us and ask us at sindin.net. So yeah, you can do that. Nikhil says, thank you for the useful content. Vineet says, it was a very insightful session. Looking for such more sessions. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you so much. Definitely all thanks to our expert early here for taking us through the session and making it
Pleasure.
more insightful here. So, yeah.
Pleasure.
Awesome, folks. I think I'll be ending the poll now. Thank you so much. I think we have taken a little extra time of yours, so I'm just rushing towards the end here. Thank you so much for being an amazing audience here. Thank you for staying till the end. Yeah, in case you have missed anything, and if you want to check out the recording of the session, you should receive that over your mail within 24 to 48 hours. So you can look out for that recording as well in case you want to go through it. I see Vikas says it's a really useful info on digital marketing. Tanmay says thanks for the session, very insightful. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you once again, Ali. I'll be ending the session now. Have a good night. Have a good night, everyone who has joined us as well. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Rasha.